Sometimes you're speeding and a cop wants you to pull over, but you're speeding because you're really in a hurry right now and you don't fancy pulling over, so you drive home instead. And if that annoyingly persistent cop follows you home and asks the reason you didn't stop, then just say,
I didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah, there were other people on the road too.
That's a genius idea.
Please step over here.
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job.
I'm not a very nice person.
Subscribe
to Slam Brigade. In April 2024, Sandra Doorley, the District Attorney of Monroe County, New York, made news because she failed to pull over when doing 55 in a 35 area. I recently watched the body cam video.
No, get out of my fucking house.
Her apology.
I am so sorry.
And this interview.
I was a jerk.
And I noticed a few contradictions in her story, so I thought I'd call her a massive
Liar! Pants aflame!
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
I never broke the law. I am the law.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I understand
really
that,
care.
ma'am.
I don't really
I
care.
understand that.
Then just write me the fucking ticket. I really don't care.
Now, I know Sandra does seem like a bit of a
bitch,
but to be fair, she has an SUV and those things keep a driver super safe in a crash, so her lack of concern is understandable.
Last Monday, I failed you and the standards that I hold myself to. And for that, I am so sorry.
I don't believe a single word.
One of the techniques actors use is called substitution. You think about how sorry you are that your behaviour was caught on camera, and then it makes this obvious, soulless apology seem more realistic.
What I did was wrong, no excuses.
None?
I had just come from work. I was dealing with 3 homicides that occurred over the weekend. I watched a video where an innocent cab driver was executed. And I was still reeling from a frightening medical concern that my husband received that afternoon.
Those excuses were in the apology video and came directly after she said,
"No excuses."
And here's more of the same on the day of the incident and the interview.
You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city.
You
I've
just
had
stopped?
a really bad day.
I was not thinking clearly. It all happened so fast. You know what? I could tell you that I had a bad day.
And now, the
Pièce de résistance.
For example, white people and black people, we perceive.
What do we perceive?
I submit law enforcement differently, the criminal justice system differently.
I'm sorry, can you clarify that last sentence for me?
Why she brought up race is a mystery, and she realised it was a bad idea and pivoted to the lie that she didn't know a cop with lights and sirens directly behind her means she needs to pull over. And now here's a montage of her saying she did not know she was being pulled over.
You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were initiated.
I didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
My initial thought, actually, when I saw the police officer turn around, I thought he was going off to another stop.
Hey, I'm just doing my
I
job.
would get in front of the-
If you pulled over when you saw my lights, which obviously you did.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
You're lying.
I didn't want to stop in Phillips Road. I was right down the street. I figured I would just stop in my driveway. And half the time I was on the phone with Dennis, telling him, why are you pulling me over? I was on the phone with Dennis Kohlmeyer saying, would you please tell the person who's following me that I'm almost home? Before when I turned in and said, you know, it's me that they're stopping. Just tell them it's me.
When I realized that the officer was attempting to pull me over, I wanted to make sure by calling the chief that he knew it was me and that I wasn't a threat.
She said she did not know she was being pulled over, and she was calling the chief of police in her car while being pulled over. And she knew she was speeding but was confused why she was being pulled over.
Everything that you say is contradictory.
All she had to do was pull over, be somewhat polite, apologise for speeding, and she'd probably not even get a ticket. A ticket she fully intended to destroy.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
If I lived in Monroe County, I'd be terrified to break the law knowing this horrid little creature is the chief law enforcement officer who, without hesitation, tried to get out of being naughty by crying to the chief of police. But when that didn't get the result she wanted, she tried again.
We're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, come on. Just...
This is what my chief wants. That's at the end of the day, you called him. I spoke to him on your phone, and this is what he wants.
I'm going to call him again. Seriously. Just go away. No, you're being an asshole.
Look who's talking.
Sandra's scuffle with the cops reminded me of a Ricky Gervais bit, so I'll leave you with this.
really irresponsible advertising. Like that one, hit me at 30 miles an hour, and there's an 80% chance I'll live. Encouraging gambling.
If you hit me at 40 miles an hour, there's around an 80% chance I'll die.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care. I really don't care.
Like the bloody video.